Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 3. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use an Empower. It's actually a pretty simple build. I've got everything set up for us already. There's only two things you're really going to need component-wise to make this build work. You're going to need display stands, of which you're going to need several. 4 for the actual setup and 1 to build the actual Empower, and then the Empower itself. And this is all part of the Actual Editions mod pack. So of course, to find out the specific here, you're going to need 1 advanced coil, 3 ethic green blends, and 3 ethic quartz. Okay, that will make yourselves a display stand. As I mentioned, you'll need 4 of those for the actual setup, and you also need 1 of those as part of the components to build the Empower, which also requires 2 iron casings, a double battery, and a Restonia crystal. So once you have 1 Empower and 4 additional display stands, the next thing you're going to need is power. The Empower uses a lot of RF. So for this purpose, I've already gone ahead and built an extreme reactor, and I've got power cables running to the locations I'm going to need to set the components. If you're not sure how to build an extreme reactor, I have a tutorial for that as well that I will link in the end of this video. So component-wise, as I mentioned, we'll need our Empower, display stands, and then some components to make it work. Now, the Empower is going to go in the middle. Okay. Now, I'd like to point out that the glowstone that I have sitting here is not part of the build. It's purely for light and where it lined up, so you do not have to have the glowstones. Now, I've already ran RF cables, energy cables, to the locations that I need to put the display stands. Okay. The display stands need to be on all 4 sides, at least with 2 spaces in between. So, again, put 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Okay? Now, this itself, the Empower, does not have to be physically connected to an RF source, as long as the 4 display stands are. And as you can see, got a little bit of blinkety lights going on in there now. It means it's set up correctly. So again, 2 spaces, and then 2 spaces, and then on all sides. As you can see, by scrolling over them, bottom left-hand corner, they're all full of RF power at this point. And once those are set down, that's all that it takes to build this. Now, to actually use it, requires 4 different components to be placed on the display stand in a specific order. So again, we're going to do our menus. Today we're going to build an Empowered Restonia crystal. Okay, so by clicking on Empowered Restonia crystal, up at the top, you'll see where it says Empower. If you click on that, it's going to show you the exact pattern that you need. So a nether brick across from a brick, a red dye across from a redstone, with a Restonia crystal in the center. The book is just there for more information. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put those on here. Brick across from another brick, and then a redstone across from a red dye. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to put our actual Restonia crystal in the center. And as you can see, it automatically turns on. It only takes a couple seconds, sometimes a little longer, depending on what you're making. And then onto the empty slot. Oop, wrong button. And as you can see, you just click on that, and now you have yourself an Empowered Restonia crystal. And that's all there is to using the Empower. As long as it's set up and it has a high enough RF supply, you can use that to empower a large amount of different items that you'll need to make some of the more advanced components in the game. And that's all there is to that. Again, you need a high power source. Here in just a moment at the end of the video, I will link the tutorial to how to build an extreme reactor, but there are a lot of different types of reactors and power sources you can use as long as they supply the correct amount of RF. And that's all there is to that. Super simple. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them down in the comment section of this video. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to watch more of my tutorials, as well as different gameplay, role-playing, and board gaming style of content. Thank you all so very much for watching.